Positive self-talk. Welcome to the ConnectedMinds.ai podcast. Today we'll talk about positive self-talk and share ways to inculcate them into your life. Self-talk is the dialogue you have within yourself. It's influenced by your subconscious mind, and it reveals your thoughts, beliefs, questions, and ideas. Self-talk can be both negative and positive. It can be enriching, and it can be upsetting. Much of your self-talk depends on your personality. If you're an optimist, your self-talk may be more hopeful and positive. If your self-talk is generally negative, you may be perceiving events in your life as more stressful than they need to be and creating unnecessary anxiety. In case of negative self-talk, you may also succumb to rumination, a pattern of negative thinking that can consume your idle time and bring stress from the past into the present unnecessarily, without leading to any resolution. Patterns of negative or positive self-talk often start in childhood. If positive self-talk seems like an alien concept to you, it might be difficult to know where to begin. It's important to know that everyone's positive self-talk will be unique to them, and you should try a few different approaches to find the ones that ultimately work for you. Let's look at some ways to get you started. 1. I have the power to change the way I think. 2. I am proud of myself for trying. It took courage to attempt this. 3. I learned a lot about myself, even if the outcome is not what I expected. 4. I am proud of how far I have already come. 5. I can get through this. I am capable. 6. Tomorrow is a new day. I will try again with the lessons learned from today. 7. I will give it my all to make this happen. 8. It is not in my power to control what others think of me. I can only control how I think. 9. This is an opportunity for me to try something new. 10. I learned a lot from this situation that will help me grow as a person. Once you have a better understanding of how you negative self-talk, you can spend some more time working on developing your positive self-talk instead. Let's take a look at 2 exercises that will help you change from negative to positive self-talk. Before we dive in, do remember, switching the way you think will take time, but it's achievable. First is listen, learn, and think it through exercise. Step 1. Listen. Keep a diary for a few days to a week and take it with you everywhere you go. If not a diary, use the Notes app in your phone. Pay attention to your self-talk and make a note of whether it is mostly positive or negative. What environment encourages positive versus negative self-talk? What would a friend or loved one say if they knew you talk to yourself this way? Step 2. Learn. At the end of the week, reflect on what you have written. Think about the following questions. What kind of thoughts come up often? Why do they come up? How would you feel if you switched the negative self-talk for positive? How and where is negative self-talk holding you back from achieving your goals? What might you achieve if you practiced more positive self-talk? Step 3. Think it through. To really switch from negative to positive self-talk, you need to think about why you had those thoughts in the first place. Then answer honestly about how true these thoughts are. A few questions that might help. How big of a deal is this really? Might I be overreacting? Are my thoughts and conclusions objective, that is, factual, or are they based on other person's opinions? Whose opinions? Am I just guessing and making assumptions? How accurate is this thought really? Second exercise. Time to switch gears. This is a great follow-up exercise from listen, learn, and think it through. Now that you have recognized the negative self-talk that might be holding you back when it arises, you can switch gears. This exercise will involve taking your negative self-talk and rephrasing it with a positive one. For example, negative self-talk like, "I ruined the project and there's no coming back from that." Switch to positive self-talk. "I didn't do as well as I know I can, but that's okay. Now I know what I can do next time to be better." Try to make a note of the entire negative self-talk and try to map down where the thoughts originated from and work on replacing the negative with the positive. I hope you enjoyed this podcast and take it with you to make it a way of your life. Keep in mind all the positives that switching your thinking can bring and keep that as your goal.